Hello everyone and welcome to Associate Games. My name is Zach and I will be your host for today. So, last episode we started up the the fantasy draft for our first ever GM mode on the channel. We are now going to address the needs that arose very quickly and very obviously after the draft. We did a complete simulation of the fantasy draft, so I did not pick this team. This is what we got out. And this is exactly this is the best lineup we could have gotten from what we got in the free agency. Not the free agency, the fantasy draft. So, our first line, Brad Marchand, Ryan Johansson, and Matt Zuccarello. I'd say that's fine for now, but we may need to upgrade the right wing if we're looking to actually make a deep playoff run. Our next line, Toivo Teravainen, Brian Little, and Sven Baertschi. Sven Baertschi and Toivo Teravainen are not second liners. They aren't. Toivo, third. Baertschi, third. However, being that he is a high top six and he is a medium top six, I want them to grow this year. Very, very badly. We got a 22-year-old and a 23-year-old. I feel in this line with Brian Little, they will be able to grow. Brian Little being a very good second-line center, and he'll hopefully be able to be taken over by Casey Cizikas. However, I doubt Casey Cizikas will be able to take over for Brian Little, as he actually only has one more year of growth, and he's a high top 9. So, this line I think is fine, but if we're actually looking to make a deep playoff run, we may need to change some things up. But other than that, I feel like these two could easily grow in this line, and I'm not looking to win the cup this year. I'm not. As you can see with this lineup, there's no way. Third line, Bolesky, fine for the third line. Left wing grinder, he's okay, but the salary is going to kill me. Casey Cizikas, perfect third liner, exactly what I want. He'll grow. He's a fine player. He's got all very high, very good stats for a two-way forward. He's fine. Then Ryan Callahan is third liner. He's fine on the third line. His stats work out perfectly for a third line. However, this contract is going to make me scream. I'm going to lose it to this contract. I don't know what else to say besides Ryan Callahan pisses me off to absolutely no end. He honestly is probably one of the worst players you could have ever gotten in a fantasy draft. I'm sorry for anybody who likes him, any Tampa fans, any former Rangers fans. I do not like Ryan Callahan. Ryan Hartman will be playing on our fourth line. He can grow, and he's already a fourth liner. He has medium top 9. He can grow into a perfect fourth liner. He already has decent defensive stats, and those can get better. I really wish his discipline was up a little higher, but he should be fine there. Laurent Dauphin will not be playing on the team this year. That is one position that we need to fill, is a fourth line center, along with a fourth line left wing. Brendan Gaunce will not be playing on this team this year. He is a minor scoring forward at a 78. He will not grow quick enough. He will be playing in the AHL. So those are two holes we need to fill before the season starts. Then we get to the defense. We have Oliver Ekman-Larsson, obviously our best player and a top 2 defenseman. We are using him 100%. He's our best player. Carl Gunnarsson will now be playing alongside him. Offensive and defensive is the setup you want. I wish Carl was a right-handed shot, but I can work with it. Ben Hutton will be on our second line. He is a top 4 defenseman, high top 4. He will grow very well this year at a two-way forward, left-handed, and he'll be on the left side. D'Angelo is not staying here. We need a right-handed two-way defenseman that can fill that role. So we'll be trying to find that through either free agency or trades. And then we have Brendan Montour. He is a right-handed offensive defenseman. I was debating trying to find somebody to take his spot or not, but I've actually decided to leave him exactly where he is, because he could easily grow into a perfect top 6 defenseman. That's all I need out of him. He's low top 4. That could grow, that could not grow. But as of right now, at an 80 overall, with his stats, he could easily function on this line and hopefully grow to be on the second line next year. However, we need a partner for him to actually be able to grow, which, seeing that Matt Benning is also right-handed and he's a minor top 2, he will not fit for this team, and I really don't want to try and stick this kid in here since I actually want us to, well, not get the last pick, while not making the playoffs, I hope we don't get the first overall pick, because I really, really don't want to go last in the league and kill all of the morale of all these players. Oh, sorry about that. So we will now be trying to also find a player to replace him. I was thinking about replacing Brandon Montour, but that's just too much trying to fiddle with things when he actually works out perfectly fine. And he's on a decent contract, and we can get him to grow up here better than he would in the AHL. With our goalie setup, we're perfectly fine. We got Marc-Andre Fleury and Jonathan Bernier. I'm also going to try to sign any potential kids that were in free agency just to see if we can get something. Because as of right now, we have an okay prospect pool, but nothing crazy. So, with that said, we are going to go and try to find some players in free agency. Luckily, I've already done some pre-scouting, and I already know pretty much exactly who I want to go for. So, to start, for the fourth line center position, I actually already have a player all picked out, and that player is Nate Thompson. Here, I'll show you his stats first. He's a bottom six forward, obviously. He's a fourth line forward, 31. He works for now. He's a fourth line forward, and we might outgrow him by next year, and maybe a kid could come up and take his spot. Very good stats, very good discipline. That's exactly what I want. He's a quintessential fourth liner. He's a grinder. It's fine by me. So we're going to try and sign him, and also he does not want a lot of money, which makes me very happy. He wants a two-way contract. I'm going to offer him the max for a two-way, and 1 year, it's perfectly fine. Let's see how he works. Next, the fourth line left winger position. I have also already pre-scouted this, and the player I'm going for is the 33-year-old Brooks Laich. Again, pretty much the same thing as Nate Thompson. He works. He actually can take a center position if we need him to, because he actually has 80 overall face-off. That's fine. He's more of like a scoring grinder. As you can see, he has some decent shot, but like, that's just power. And then other than that, he's good defensively, and it's really all we need him for. Same thing as Nate Thompson. So, he wants a little bit more money, but you know, I'm willing to offer that to him just to get him on the team for 1 year. Actually, I'll give him a little more, just because 1 year I can sign him back for cheap over the summer. Next, for the defensive positions that we needed, I had been looking into players that could fill these roles, and none of the defensemen in this list filled our right-handed second-line defenseman role. We need a right-handed player to play alongside of our defenseman who is in that position right now. However, none of these top guys are right-handed, none of them are two-way, and that's really what I want to help him grow. So, Ben Hutton, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to find you a partner through trades. However, I did find a partner for the Brandon Montour on the top six. And that player is Francois Beauchemin. Defensive defenseman, left-handed, exactly what you want to try to grow a right-handed offensive defenseman. He has very good defensive stats, and he will be there to help out whenever we need for Brandon Montour, and he's an 84. He'll be fine for this year at 36. If he starts to drop, he won't drop lower than an 80, and he only wants 1 year. So, he will help Brandon Montour grow, and that's really all we need him for. I'm going to give him 2.9 for this 1 year, and then if we want to re-sign him, we can. If not, it doesn't really matter. If he leaves, we can bring up other players. Okay, then next, I actually found some prospects that we can pick up, because there were actually a few in here. We're going to grab Ty Ratty, as he is a low top 6 at 23. I've seen him grow, so hopefully he signs with us. I'll give him a decent contract, and 1 year, there we go. And then the other forward was Suomela. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. He is a medium top 9 at the age of 22. He can grow, and we will stick him in the AHL for now, and hopefully he grows. We also found 2 potential goalies that were available to sign. I'm not going to sign anybody that's a like 26-year-old and all this. That's a waste of time. The other player was the 23-year-old Lawrence Brossois. So I'm going to sign him to the same contract I've been giving the other 2. This will hopefully, because he's a low fringe starter, I've seen him grow to maybe like an 85. He can kind of hold down a position for a little while. And then the other one is Jack Campbell. Because he is 24, high backup, I've seen him be able to grow, and I'm really hoping with the high potential that makes him grow very, very quickly. So, going to give him a contract. If anything, he can be a backup or an AHLer. It doesn't really matter. We have him on a 2-way contract here. Okay, so next, last but not least, we still need to find a player to play alongside of Ben Hutton. And I have found that player through trading. Hopefully they actually want to give him up. And the team is the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I have found, ooh, wow, they actually have a lot of 4s. I didn't look at this. So, see, that's one reason why they might want to get rid of this guy. I have found the player, and it is Mark Stone. Not the forward, oh, Michael Stone. I always get them confused. Not the forward, Mark. The defenseman, Michael. He can grow, 26 years old, at top 4 medium defenseman. He can grow this year. And that's the only year. He's right-handed, and him being alongside Ben Hutton, I think they can help each other grow, as they are both the 2-way defenders, but they're both more of an offensive 2-way defender. While Mark Stone has very good defensive stats, he's more of an offensive. So, I'm going to attempt to trade for him. And as I just said, we didn't have that deep of a prospect pool, and I really, really need to sign those prospects. I'm actually going to be trading away a prospect in Roland McEwen. The kid's 20 years old. He's a medium top 6, and I have never once actually seen him grow correctly in a GM mode. I've had him numerous times throughout every generation of the games. And NHL, whenever he got drafted, 14, 15, he never grows. He just doesn't. He doesn't. So, I'm going to be trading him away to hopefully get Mark Stone. They want him. I want Mark Stone. Hopefully this works out. We'll go through. Rejected. But they just need a little bit on it. So, I can do that. But I can do that by giving them some picks. I don't really need to, throw any more prospects in there. I'm going to give them a 3rd round pick for next year. We'll go through. It did. I'm okay with the 3rd round pick. I don't really know why somebody just got moved around, but alright. Okay. So we're going to send you, and you down. And we are going to go into the system. And we actually don't need to bring anybody up. Okay. So, in the NHL, let's go to, just say best lines for now, because we still have to... Oh crap, I forgot I had Thomas Yurko, but I actually want to keep him the AHL. That was another thing. He's a depth forward, and honestly, I've never seen Thomas Yurko grow either, and I do not agree with snipers anywhere below the 2nd line. You want a sniper? They stay maybe 3rd if you're trying to grow them, 2nd line or higher. No sniper ever belongs on the 4th line. I don't agree with that. That's not a thing. So now we're going to sim to see if our signings sign, because I actually completely forgot I simmed through and I didn't already have them. So preseason doesn't matter, and oh my god, I forgot to turn off injuries. Or turn injuries down. So let's start the scouting real quick since they want me to do that. We're going to go to the WHL forwards for 1 month. Okay. Hopefully nobody got hurt. I have to go make sure the injuries are turned down because I completely forgot to do that. Because if you don't turn it down to 8 for some reason, somebody gets hurt every 5 minutes, but if you turn it down to 8, then, nobody ever gets hurt. I don't get their system. But it's 8. If you ever want to do it, if you ever get to the point where your players are getting hurt every 5 seconds or anything, the number you want to go to is 8. And we're back. Sorry about that. Next, I want to simulate through the preseason until we get our players to sign. Samoa signed. Okay, that was only one. Samela, whatever. Okay, Brooks Lake, Ty Ratty, Nate Thompson, Francois Beauchemin, Lawrence Brossoit, Jack Campbell. Okay, that is everybody. So far we've lost 2 preseason games, but I'm not going to be really that worried because, you know, it's the preseason, doesn't really count, and also this is not our team. So, I'm going to do best lines. I'm going to now go to roster moves because I don't think those players are up on the team. So I need to send down 3 players that do not belong on this team. Benning, Gauntz, Yurko. No. And then in the system, Beauchemin, Lake, Thompson. Bring all those guys up. Okay, I just want to check the NHL real quick, make sure there's nobody else that shouldn't be up here. Hartman, Thompson, Montour, okay. That should be the team. I'm going to go to edit lines. I'm going to do best lines, like Thompson, Hartman. Good. Exactly how I want it. Defense. Let's see if it figured it out. No, Beauchemin, you are going to this line. So these 2 will help each other grow. Both top 4. Hopefully they'll grow. He is high top 4, so maybe he could go up to even be a top 2. You never know. Gunnarsson, I really just want you to help out OEL since he's an offensive, you're defensive, you guys work well together, and OEL still has a year to grow. So, he could get even better, and if it really comes down to it, he gets good enough, I can even put him up there to help out OEL and just make it very offensive. So, these are our lines for the year, and we are going to continue in the season. If you guys see anything that you think I should change, just let me know, and then we will get right on that, and hopefully this team will simulate well enough that maybe we squeak in the playoffs, maybe we don't, but I'm not looking to like force our way into the playoffs. Hopefully this, being with Thomas Yurko, it'll help these 2 grow, and then Ty Ratty can also grow. I don't know most of these players because most of them are not ours. Benning, D'Angelo, and then it should be our goalies. Campbell and Brossoit. So hopefully those 2 help out down here and help everybody else grow in Providence. So for the rest of this video, we are just going to sim through the first month and see how we are standing, and after that I'm going to leave it off there, and I will let you guys comment and say anything that you need, anything that you think that we should change, and we will start up again in the next video. So let's just sim through preseason real quick. We are 1-4-0. Preseason doesn't really matter because it doesn't really make any sense. Doesn't count towards anything. So everybody get out there and get warmed up for the season. Hey, we went 3-4. That's fine. Okay. So I'm just gonna go back real quick. Sorry about that. Hit my mic. Just gonna go back real quick, and there it is. There's a morale meeting. I'm gonna check on that real quick. Up to 81% morale. That's fine by me. OEL, what do you need? It's an honor to wear the C in this organization. I'll make you proud. I'm gonna go with demanding for that. Actually, motivating. I should have done. Crap. Well, he's fine. It's just a little bit. He'll go back up. I don't really care about their morale in the AHL. They'll be fine. If anything actually comes to it, I'll talk to them, but it's probably just, oh, I can't believe you sent me down. Oh, thanks for being the captain, whatever, for D'Angelo. So we're going to sim through the first month real quick, and we will start month 2 in the next video. I just want to see how this first month goes, and if you guys have any comments, suggestions, please let me know. We've won game 1 so far. And against Toronto, we lose. That's fine. 2-1. It's not that big of a loss. 3-2. That's a good win. Against New Jersey. And we lose 9-4. Ooh, that is horrible. Next game, 3-1, we are starting to slide, but again, it is just the first month. You never know what could happen, what's going up, what's going down, you never know. It could always easily turn around real quick. It's not that big of a amount of games.
Where's Mom and Dad?
And with that, we end the first month 4-4. So, if you guys have any comments or suggestions to help out the team, anything that you noticed, please let me know, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.